YouTubians and fellow hobbyists! Welcome to another episode of Cut Dreams in Styrene. I'm your host Gary G and I'm really excited about the new stuff. But first, these are the topics of today's show.
The riddle! The Flugtrike. That guy ain't from Jersey. Panel scriber. Can you guess what that actually is? The answer? End of the show. So this is my new project. I always thought it must be really cool to take a World War II airplane and make a hot ride out of it. This is a real good kit. It has a lot of details and parts, so many that I'm sure I will use some of those for future builds. Here, as always, my little sketch that I made before I really actually started the build, so I have a roughly idea where I want to go. The engine assembly was real fun because this Radial Engine was something completely new for me. I really enjoyed it. So since gearboxes with built-in brake discs and drive shafts in that length are not growing on the trees here around, I went ahead and built me one from scratch. Well, I guess this is the gearbox that I was looking for. 2 wires for the gear shift and 1 for the brake disc. Building the drive shaft was the next step, and so our monster should be ready to accelerate and stop. Now, back in the studio!
So, this week I want to talk about the topic, or a question actually, which is, but that guy ain't from Jersey? Well, you're right. I have this accent because I'm not from America. I'm actually from Austria. It's a tiny little country in Europe, and it might be a big challenge for you to figure that on a land map. It's close to Swiss, just to give a little tip. Well, I married a girl from SoCal. She's behind the camera, and we're really happy here in Austria. You know, we live between cows and tractors. We have no skippies, but we have, you know, people with funky hats and stuff. They yodel and stuff. It's cool to live here. We have a nice life. The majority of my family, of course, lives in America, and I love to visit the States. By the way, see you guys next year. So that's where my accent comes from. I'm actually from Austria. I love America, and that's about what it is. You want me to yodel? Yeah, that's yodel. So this week I want to talk about panel lines. What is that? So if you have your model body here, they come in more or less good condition, and see, that's the panel lines here. You want to have here, or you have them here. And after you paint the model, have primer on and maybe a few coats of lacquer or paint, they might not as deep anymore. And I mean, this is a fairly good body, but sometimes you can barely see them. So what you want to do, you want to rescribe them. So for that, you can either buy a very expensive one from some of the brands, or you go ahead and just make you something out of your own little device box. Maybe you go to mom and steal from her one needle. And if you have to happen the one hobby knives, you can use that for that. By the way, if you ask yourself what is that, did a little what's those things called, you know, clean your ears with it?
A cotton swab.
Yeah, I used a cotton swab and glued it on so that thing can't roll over, you know, otherwise they always fall down the table and you might hurt yourself. So back to the topic, but you open that, put that thing out, and it just happened that that fits in here. Well, and now we have a handy fancy scriber. You know what you do now, it just go over that line again and again and again until it's deeper, and you know, after paint you can do it again. So this is one way to do it. If you want to have a more permanent solution for that, you might have an old pencil, and it happens to that needles also fit in here. I don't want to use that, but I'll show you one that I did already. So this is a really good one with a rubber, where's that, a grip, and opened it, and what you see here is just a needle, and that is perfectly, it's handy, and you can go easy over those parts. So you either use your hobby knife or you make a good one. It's your choice. This is the tip of this week.
So, here the answer to our riddle.
So, and again, the time goes so fast. This was another funny episode of Car Dreams in Styrene. I hope you enjoyed it just as much as we did. Don't forget to tune in next Saturday at the same time. And as always, love and friendship, something you can't buy. Respect all people. Keep the hobby alive. Dreams in Styrene. I'm your host, Gary G. Styrene.